What's up, everybody? Today, I want to talk about something that a lot of financial advisors don't really talk about, but I think a lot of people are thinking about it in the back of their mind. And that's this idea of an annual fee that an advisor charges on an account value that goes up and down with no real exit strategy. And really, at the end of the day, I think this is one of the reasons why your advisor loves your retirement plan more than you do. All right, I'm Matt Love, founder of Cash Flow Architects, where we help you design more cash flow for your retirement years, usually within the first 90 days, so that you can enjoy more cash flow for the rest of your life and ideally off the radar screen of the IRS for income tax purposes. Now, everybody's plan is going to change, but this is just a little bit of insight as to some of the conversations that we have in the training that we do. I discovered this over about a decade ago, and that is this idea of how much advisors charge in these pre-tax retirement accounts to manage our money in accounts that go up and down. It's crazy. They're legally allowed to charge a fee on an account that's losing value. And very rarely, when was the last time you talked to your advisor about how much you're going to be able to spend in your retirement years? Usually the conversation is all about you need to put more away so you have a bigger pile. But the challenge is, let's say we build a bigger pile. Are you concerned with a big pile? Or are you concerned with a big income or cash flow once you actually get to retirement? So in this video, I want to show you some math that kind of explains why advisors love managing pre-tax accounts. All right, let's go over an easy example. Now, let's just assume that you go to retire and let's say that you're 65 years old and you want to be able to live another 25 years in retirement, but you've saved $1 million inside of your pre-taxed account. Now, if we had $1 million sitting on this table, that's a lot of money, right? I mean, $1 million is a big pile of cash. But what are you most concerned with? The pile of money or that cash flow? So if you look at what the financial industry teaches us, the American college that gives a lot of certifications for financial planners and that kind of thing, they do studies that say, given different asset allocation inside your portfolio, what can you expect to spend each year out of that account, given that the market's going up and down, right? So the market's going to be doing this while you go through retirement. So the challenge is that as a retiree, if your money's in the market, you're living and taking money out of the account on good years and in bad years. So what happens is this account can dwindle a lot faster than expected. So the American college and all these financial professionals get together and do tons of scenarios, thousands, tens of thousands of scenarios that say, if you have 70% stock and 30% bond, or 30% stock and 70% bond, given the history of the market and the ups and downs, how much can you expect to take out each year with the hopes of not running out of money? So for example, you retire at 65 and we plan to age 95. That's a 30-year timeline. Well, over 30 years, that's a long time for your money to survive. And the idea is, if you take out X amount of dollars, we want you to, statistically speaking, end up with at least $1 in your account by the time you turn age 95 years old, right? We don't want to outlive our money. We want to be able to have money for the rest of our lives and not have the money be gone and us still be around. So here's what the financial industry says. Let's say you have $1 million inside of an account. Back in the 90s, they used to say that you could take out around 6 to 7% of that account value and have at least $1 in the account after 30 years in retirement. Okay. Now, statistically speaking, there's around a 95 to a 98% chance of you not running out of money. Okay. So, but then 2001 happened and you saw the market crash quite a bit. So the number went down to about 4%. Okay, then you had 2008. 2008, we saw another really big correction, a massive correction. So now they don't talk about 6, 7, 5%, 4%. They say that if you want to retire and have that money last for 30 years, you should take out no more than around 3% each year for the rest of your life. Now, that number also does increase with inflation. So it does go up a little bit each year. However, let's do the math. $1 million in an account, a lot of money. We go to retire at 3% distribution rates. What's your income? It's around $30,000 a year. $1 million is a lot of money. 30,000 a year isn't a lot of money. Now let me go one step further. That 30,000, that's pre-tax. So depending on where you live, you might owe a federal tax, a state tax, maybe a city tax. Medicare costs go up. Social Security becomes taxable up to 85%. I'm not going to go into that here, but there's other videos on our channel that talks about this. All of these taxes could be due, and then your advisor. Your advisor's getting paid. Now, here's why your advisor loves your retirement account more than you do. What's your advisor charging on that account? Now, this is going to be different for everybody. I've seen people pay 2.5% every single year. That's extremely high. And what you're seeing trending in the market is advisors are paying less and less in fees because it's becoming more transparent, which I'm all for. I think transparency is huge. Education is becoming a commodity. Hence this channel. I want to help people understand how this stuff works. So you're seeing now that number come down. However, it's not uncommon for an advisor to charge 1%. Let's do easy math. What's 1% of $1 million? $10,000. Every single year that goes to the advisor. Now, here's what the part that's ironic. It took you, the consumer, your entire lifetime to save $1 million, hoping you're going to get to this event called retirement, hoping that the market does well so the account value continues to go up, and hoping that taxes don't go too high because you're going to have a massive tax bill when you go to retire. So you're the one taking the risk your entire life. You're the one paying a fee to the advisor on money that has to go to the IRS. More on that in another video. But here's why your advisor loves the account more than you do. All he has to do is manage your money. All they have to do is manage your money, and they can charge you 1%. 1% of $1 million is $10,000. All they need to do is get 3 people just like you, and their income is going to be the same as what yours is. It took you an entire lifetime to save $1 million, to enjoy 30,000 of income throughout retirement, and your advisor gets to 1/3 of what you get. Did you realize they take 30% of what your distribution is? No, they don't, because they talk about 1%. People don't realize how expensive these fees can be. I'm not even talking about the longevity. There'll be more videos on that too. But just in the years that I'm retired, if they take 1% of my account and I'm supposed to live on with 3, all they need to do is have 3 clients with the same amount of assets that I do, and their lifestyle is going to be exactly the same. Here's the part that's crazy. They're charging you a fee on money that you have to give to the IRS. They're not even required by law to teach you this kind of thing. They're required by law to teach you the fee. And they'll say it's only 1%. Or they'll say it's only 1.5%. It's only 0.5% more. Wrong. It's 50% more. From 1% to 1.5% is a 50% increase in an annual cost. So if you don't understand, or if your advisor is not teaching you how expensive it is for them to manage your money, I would question them. I would also ask them, what is your exit strategy? And can they beat the 3% or the 30,000 on $1 million for distribution? How much money can you expect to spend in retirement once you get there? If the market does what you want, if taxes do what they want, how much cash flow is your account going to generate? That's what we teach in our training. I hope this stuff becomes valuable to you. If you like this kind of content, make sure you click subscribe down below. And what I just taught you was why your advisor loves your 401k more than you do, because they get to charge a fee every year, and they only need a few of us to enjoy the same lifestyle. This is why a lot of advisors have really nice cars. So hope you enjoyed the content, and we'll see you later.